enforce businesses.
But there's a community caretaking need that requires the Fourth Amendment justification for the community caretaking need, specifically above and beyond the parking violation that you're talking about. That's not a penalty for that. It's not to be towed.
Yes, it is.
There's no citation process to it. It says that you can. It says that you can.
Yeah,
but that doesn't override the Fourth Amendment and the protections that are there for that. That demand the caretaking need. It's in your policy too. You should look. You should look up your policy because it's there. It's in there. It's in your policy too.
My policy says I can tow any vehicle with expired registration more than 6 months.
So why are you so adversarial with the community like that? Why are you? Who sent you out here? Your supervisors? Because we've had issues. We've had issues. We've had issues with harassment out here.
And I had somebody just walk up. 2 people walk up to me and complain about these already.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So none of your command staff sent you out here?
Nope.
Asked you to come out here? Is this your normal area of operation right
Nope.
here? Oh, so you came out here specially?
No, I came out here because there's 2 complaints for service.
Okay, so is there not normal deputies that work this area that would be responding to that?
No.
That's normal for you to come out here to different areas. You don't have a zone where you normally operate.
I operate wherever we're needed.
But that's not what I asked. Do you have a zone that's different than this where you normally operate? Did somebody tell you? Did you get dispatched out here to this spot?
No, we self-dispatched. I don't have to get dispatched.
Okay. I'm not saying you did. I'm asking. Because there's been harassment issues before around here. And there's some pending litigation, so it's a little suspect that you show up here without willing to give any notices or anything.
There isn't any notice needed.
Yeah, but you guys normally do that. That is your process.
No, it's not. I can show you multiple vehicles I've towed without warning.
Okay, but you don't.
A few hundred vehicles I've towed without warning. I don't need to give warning.
But just because you've done it before doesn't mean that has no bearing on whether what you're doing right now is legal. It's 2 totally different things.
No.
No?
It wasn't found to be illegal before.
You just said that it was never tried. It was never challenged in court or any type of hearing.
There is no challenge. It all follows the law.
It doesn't, though. That's what I'm saying. I just literally read you case law.
According to you, it doesn't.
I just read you some case law. So it's not me. I didn't make that case law. That's what I'm saying. It's in your policy too.
The law that says that I can prove that a vehicle doesn't have registration, which I have.
60 was 51? Is that 65, 66, 21? Is that the code you're talking about?
226510.
I think so. Is that the one you're referring to? Okay, so it says that you can tow it if the registration's out. Okay, specifically. So I'm warning you because specifically that's the one that I'm talking about.
SCO 1024-150.
Okay, because that's particularly the one that I'm telling about that I think you're mistaken on. I just to let you know that.
And the code enforcement violations that come from this property alone would probably allow.
Are you code enforcement?
But code enforcement will be out here after my report's finished.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is just personal. Nobody told you to come out here? Because we're gonna check.
The call for service said to come out here. So.
Yeah, but you weren't dispatched out here by your supervisor. So nobody told you to come out here. Nobody told you to come out here.
We don't get dispatched. I don't know what part of that you don't understand.
Well, I'm just making sure. I'm trying to make sure that I'm clear about, and you're clear about what you're saying because you.
I said what I said. We do not get dispatched. I self-dispatch.
Okay.
This is a call for service that is on our board. I am required by my supervisors to answer every call for service before I proactively patrol a street.
Okay.
Yeah. So even if there was no call for service and I was proactively driving through here, I still would have either ticketed these or towed these.
But this isn't the normal area where you drive around and patrol that typically.
No, I'm assigned to north.
And what makes you determine whether or not you're going to give a ticket or whether you're just going to tow it without notice?
If it's registered nearby, then I'll probably just give it a warning and a ticket. A tow warning and a ticket. But if it's not registered nearby, it's a stronger chance I'll tow it.
All right.
Some of these aren't even registered to this state.
Yeah.
That flatbed, that white Ford is, the bus is, this one's not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying space isn't an issue here, and we should just shuffle them around a lot.
But I could actually tow that too.
Well, I don't know why you'd want to. It's just a business truck that's here to be serviced.
Because it appears abandoned.
It doesn't really appear abandoned to me. I don't see any of the
cobwebs, the large amount of pollen on the windshield that would make it impossible to drive. Yeah.
I wouldn't say that really qualifies as looking abandoned. Well, it's a business. It's probably registered to their address.
This was actually one of the vehicles that was part of the complaint. This one and that bus.
I mean, the bus, I can't argue with you, looks a little bit more possibly abandoned than this one does, certainly. I wouldn't argue against that. It's not abandoned, but I can understand why you might think that about that one. But did you call the business?
No.
Isn't that part of your protocol that before you tow, aren't you supposed to try to contact the registered owner? You're not? It's not part of the policy from the sheriff's department? I'm pretty sure it is.
Nope, I guarantee you it's not.
Hmm.
Again, I've towed over 900 vehicles successfully without it.
I understand that, but that, again, that doesn't, 900 prior things doesn't have anything to do with the circumstances for the vehicle that you're talking about today.
But if you're going to be difficult about all this,
I'm not,
tell them right now.
I'm being polite with you. You already said you called the tow truck, and the only option was to get him moved before the tow truck got here. That's what you already told me, but now you told me like now you're going to do this.
He's not here yet.
Yeah, but you're already doing that.
Yeah, if you.
But you're acting like that's because of what I'm out here.
If you can get him off the street before the tow truck gets here, then not my problem anymore.
But you're saying that.
And he should know.
You're saying that because I'm giving you a hard time, you're escalating.
Yep.
And I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm just out here inquiring and asking you legitimate questions about your enforcement. I'm not giving you a hard time. So now you're like
how are you not giving me a hard time right now? You're interrupting me from my duties by asking me the same question repeatedly.
Well, this is your duty. This is your duty to talk to me about what you're doing here, isn't it? How's that not your duty? How am I interrupting you? I don't understand. I'm asking you questions out here, and I'm looking out for my friend with the business here. So you know.
No better than the average person.
Well, my friend's a hardworking business owner from the area. He pays a lot of taxes, and
he violates the laws and the vehicle codes.
Yeah, but that's not the only option for you is to not tow the vehicles. There's other options. That's what I'm asking you. So the registration, where it's registered, has to do with how you decide whether or not you're going to tow the vehicle.
Sometimes, yeah.
What about this time?
Huh?
What about this time?
Well, there's so many of them that they call for service would be faster dealt with if they were gotten rid of already, rather than wasting our time to come back out here again.
I mean, technically, I guess that's true, but you're being paid to be here. It's not a waste of your time. You're doing your job.
Yeah.
So just being here isn't a difficult thing for you or trouble for you. This is what you're paid for. So again, it seems like you're escalating it, or you're.
Why come out here twice when I can finish it in one?
Well,
go?
Because you work for the community, and you're not really.
Okay, but why come out here twice when I?
Because you work for the community and you get paid. Why not? You're going to be driving around somewhere. Why not do this? I don't understand why that makes this more serious now. That's my problem.
Because there's multiple violations. I've already explained this to you. If there's multiple violations, it'd be better to clean it up now than let them sit and wait.
So all those multiple violations are for the same person?
No.
But you're lumping them together.
Yes.
To all the different people, and you're aggregating the seriousness of it because of the other people.
Because of all the vehicles, yeah.
Okay.
Like if I towed, right now I can tow 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but you're like you can, like you want to.
5,
That's what. It's like you're eager to do it.
If I towed 6 vehicles right now, I would clean up the street in a heartbeat.
Well, we can have the street cleaned up for you in a heartbeat anyway. That's what I'm telling you. He's on his way here right now, and he's willing. He's willing.
Okay with that.
And he's perfectly willing to clean them up.
Yeah, I said I was okay with that.
Okay, but it just seems like
Tow truck's not here. Tow truck's not even on the way yet. But I will tell them if I have to.
Okay. Well, I suggest that you double check that on the law that I told you about that you're not aware of. For your own, for your own good, for the liability, for the liability of the department. I'm familiar with the vehicle code, but I'm also familiar with the fact that doesn't trump the Fourth Amendment, and it doesn't trump that need, and that's a common mistake by the sheriff that's made about that difference.
As you claim it is, we would have a fix for it, wouldn't we?
One would think.
So
one would think, but look, but see, you don't even think that there's a problem with it. So,
nope.
That's maybe that's part of the issue. You know what I mean? Why you guys don't necessarily know about
if there
the
is
case
no
law.
problem to be seen, then there's no problem, right?
Well, there is a problem. That's what I'm telling you, and that's what I'm suggesting that you should check, or maybe check with.
You said it's a common problem, didn't you?
Yeah. It's a common problem. It's a problem. The common problem that the sheriff's deputies don't understand that aspect of their policy in how the Fourth Amendment.
You can't show me this policy.
I can tell you that it's the controlling Fourth Amendment case law, Miranda versus Arizona, which is from the Ninth Circuit of California, okay, which is very well established, and it says exactly that. Exactly that.
I'm not Mirandizing anybody, though.
But that's not the same case. It just happens to be the same name. It's not the same Miranda case. It's a Ninth Circuit appeals case. And it's the controlling case law for this very subject in this area. That's why I'm telling you, just so you don't make any mistakes. I'm not trying to be difficult. But you're going to do what you're going to do.
Like I said, after he gets here, whatever is still left after he's done, that'll get done. But if everything's gone, I'm happy.
Well, it will be. He's on. You know, he was.
What is everything? But if you don't mind.
Well, I'm not. I haven't. I know. There's some that have registration stuff. You know what I mean? That we'll get taken care of.
Like, how many vehicles are his? That way, like, if you can tell me which ones aren't, those ones I can get rid of now. You'll save me the trouble.
Probably most of them here are probably theirs that are not registered. Yeah, the bus is there. I know that the bus is theirs.
Oh, good, because I didn't want to deal with those.
the bus
those
is
are pain about to deal.
The bus is theirs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And we will. We'll get them all. We'll get them out of the way here.
So all of these will be off the street.
Yeah,
Then.
we're good. I mean,
I'm happy.
Whether you want to stay here and wait or not, we'll be here moving them shortly. Or if you want to roll back through, whatever, they'll be gone in a little while. I can assure you that.
I'm gonna finish with those three, and then honestly, since he told me he was gonna be here in 30 minutes, I was done.
Yeah, okay, well, that's cool. And I'm not trying to give you grief, man. You know, I got to stick up for, whatever I can out here.
Sorry,
it's not personal. I understand. Yeah, it's not personal. I'm not trying to give you a hard time or make your job harder. I just don't want us to have to pay unnecessary, fees and stuff. But we'll get them out. We'll get them out of the way. First thing.
Okay, works for me. Less paperwork I got to deal with.
Yep. And if you are lenient with the call for the tow truck, I'd appreciate it because we'll be here shortly.